Okay, today I am going to demonstrate how you cluster seed any kind of vegetable or flower seeds for your garden. In particular today I'm going to do the ají dulces, which is a very popular pepper in my garden. So I'm going to be using a salvage container from a TV dinner. So it's just a very shallow, maybe 1.5 to 2 inch deep container. I'm going to put some soil into it about halfway. I'm going to sprinkle some seeds across, and then I'm going to cover it again with soil. Spray it with water, and then let it moisten up and sit it on a windowsill in the sunniest side of my house. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to pour some potting mix in here, making sure it's nice and loose, but I'm going to sort of bring it down nice and even. Sprinkle enough ají dulce seeds all over the place in this container. In a future video I will show you how I transplant these pepper seeds once they germinate. But I got enough to lightly cover the top of the soil. Sure, put a couple there. Got at least about 30-40 seeds in there. Just gotta sprinkle, lightly cover my potting mix, make sure it's all nice and loose into the top of the soil here, and what I put on the seeds there. I'm just gonna pat it down gently and make sure it's all nice and even. There we go. And these are ají dulces, and these are the Campana brands, meaning bell. And these will germinate in these will be matured, and I always put in the back of the label the days to maturity for harvest. And in the case of the ají dulce, they mature and are ready for harvest in 70 days. So that's how I label it. Finally, just lightly spray the surface of the soil. It'll soak down to the bottom. You don't want to overdo it. Don't want water to pool on the bottom. You just want enough for the soil on the top to soak down a little bit. And now this is ready to go on the windowsill. So now that I got the seeds covered up, the cluster of seeds, I put it into a plastic container of this type, and then I moisten it up a little bit more, and then I cover it up with plastic wrap, sealing it up and creating its own enclosed greenhouse environment. And then I place it at a southern sun window, and then I let it sit there, and it'll get warm enough on this window here, and especially since I got it over a radiator also, that'll help keeping it warm. But this batch of ají dulces will germinate within the next 7 to 10 days. I've been lucky last year doing something similar to this, and my ají dulces actually germinated in 7 days. I think in one batch it actually germinated in 6 days. So we'll see if I have that luck this year. Okay, set up a second tray with ají dulces, and got one in the windowsill. And this one I'm going to keep in my greenhouse on a heating pad, and then I'm going to cover it up with another dome, making a micro environment inside of another environment. So it's going to be a double greenhouse. And I'm going to experiment and see which one germinates faster. The one on the windowsill covered up with cellophane, or this one covered up with a plastic inside the greenhouse. So stay tuned.